There was a time when gods walked the earth, when warriors were heroes. Their battles and conquests became legend, and the legend lives on. This is the hour of the Gladiators.
Welcome to Gladiators, unequaled competition, spectacle and exhilaration. These are the games of the 21st century. And here they are, the Pyramid Perfectionists, Condor and Delta, the Duel Destroyers, Vulcan and Storm, Cheetah and Rebel, the Guardians of Gauntlet, Tower and Flame, the Suspension Bridge Specialist, Blade and Fury, the Hang Tough Heroes, Predator and Commando, the power of Powerball. And would you please welcome Mike Hammond and Kimberly Joseph.
Wow, what a fantastic audience. Woo. Good evening and welcome to Gladiators. Now, this is one show that can never be classed as a one-hit wonder.
No, absolutely not. We have got wardrobe like Baywatch and action like The Terminator.
And, Mike, how many gladiators does it take to change a light bulb?
I don't know, Kimberly. How many gladiators does it take to change a light bulb?
Well, only one, but you need to have somebody there to yell, "Light bulb ready!"
All right, well, I think somebody better say challengers ready. Let's meet the first of our challengers tonight. Please welcome Melanie Sortel and Karen Trent.
Melanie says she's been dancing since she was 4 years old, and she's performed at the International Circus in Japan, and she's training as an acrobat. Karen is another stunt woman who specialises in action movies. She's into martial arts, rock climbing, trampoline work and abseiling.
Melanie and Karen.
Karen, welcome. Oh, you sound pretty enthusiastic.
Oh, I definitely am.
Now tell me, you have a very interesting weakness, men and chips. How does that come to be?
Well, not men, but maybe aftershave.
Oh, so you like men with aftershave?
I do indeed.
Oh, well, let's hope our gladiators are wearing some aftershave tonight, hey? Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Now, Melanie, you're a hero. You've saved someone's life.
Oh, not quite.
Oh, come on, don't play it down. Tell us a bit about it.
All right. No, I was actually just a young boy who was caught out in a rip. So my boyfriend and I were actually just surfing around at the time, and we just went out there with our boards and picked him up.
I mean, you don't think it's such a big deal. I bet he does. So I guess you're a hero with us tonight. What do you think is going to be one of your best events this evening? What are you looking forward to the most?
Oh, definitely pursuit. I haven't actually got the strength to compare to the gladiators, I don't think. So I'll just have to work on my speed and ability.
Good luck tonight.
Please welcome our first two male challengers this evening, Mark Labowery and Joe Lukowski.
Mark's a sales rep for a tool company. When he gets out of his business suit, he goes boogie boarding and 10-pin bowling with his girlfriend. Joe works as a first-class machinist for BHP in Whyalla. He's a bodybuilder who raced BMX bikes, and he's an Aussie rules man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mark and Joe.
Whoa. Mark, look at the size of you. You're about the same height as Tower.
Oh, he's got about half an inch on me, that's about it.
What do you think would be your one weakness?
I don't have one.
He's pretty tough, isn't he? What do you think is your greatest attribute?
My size and my speed, definitely.
And what about, what do you think is the biggest challenge that you're going to face?
Well, I haven't come across one yet, but and seeing these gladiators tonight, I still haven't seen one yet.
He's pretty sure of himself, isn't he, this Mark? Well, mate, I'm sure there are plenty of gladiators who are going to challenge you out tonight, so good luck with that. All the best.
Thank you.
Now, Joe, you're not quite as confident as Mark, are you? You say that your greatest weakness is being a show-off, but that's not exactly true.
Takes me a while, but I'll get there.
So you've just got to put on a brave front and say, guys, here I am.
Exactly. Here I am, world. I'm coming to get you.
Well, we hope to see that tonight on the show.
Folks, let's hear it for our male challengers, Mark and Joe. We've met our female challengers. We've met our male challengers. We're all set to go. So let the games begin.
Gladiators.
Well, the odds are 5-1 when a challenger takes it to the Gladiators in
Gauntlet.
Get to the other end in 20 seconds and receive the maximum 10 points.
Melanie is first up in the Gauntlet and she'll be trying to barrel her way through Cheetah, Storm, Rebel, Fury and Flame. And it's over to you, Mike Whitney.
Challenger, are you ready?
The first game for the night.
Gladiators,
it's called Gauntlet.
are you ready?
And what an introduction to Gladiators
3,
here for Melanie.
2, 1.
And away she goes up to Cheetah. Cheetah sends her into next week. That was a huge hit. As she's passed her now up towards Storm. Storm slowing her down and precious seconds being wasted here for Melanie. She's passed Storm up to Rebel. Another tough assignment. Rebel slowing her down. Fury's next. What can Fury do? She sends her over the top and out of bounds. And whoever said Fury was pushy was dead right.
You've got 4 seconds left on the clock.
So only 4 seconds left now for Melanie. She can't afford to waste any time as there's only one Gladiator left, and it's Flame. There goes Melanie. She might get past her. She does. Right on the buzzer. 5 points. 72 kilos of Gladiator strength up against 50 kilos of guts and determination, and she scraped through.
Melanie's a dancer. I thought we'd teach her a few new steps. Bye-bye.
Melanie, I've just had confirmation from our referee, Mike Whitney. 5 points. You made it through in 24 seconds. Well done.
Thanks.
Whoa.
Like a brick wall, all of them, I swear to God.
I tell you what, that Fury, I mean, she's got a bit of a height advantage, and she's really tough work, isn't she?
Yeah, she's a brick wall, all right. Tell me about it.
You like 10-pin bowling. I guess now you know how the ball feels, huh?
Yeah, right.
Next to line up on the Gauntlet is Karen. It's her turn.
Challenger, are you ready?
Karen's had the advantage of seeing what it's like inside the Gauntlet. Can she do as well as Melanie?
1.
As she goes straight into Cheetah, a lovely turn there from Karen, but Cheetah fights back, applying the pressure, and Karen in trouble. She's passed Cheetah up to Storm. Another good performance here from Storm brings Karen down. She's up again. Rebel, can she stop her? Yes, a good job being done here by Rebel. Great work, but she's passed her up to Fury. Fury knocking her left, knocking her right, and knocking her time right out. Whistle blows, no points. Now, Karen's career's in stunt work, and I can tell you that she's been blown up, punched up, chewed up, and spat out. But hang on, I'm not talking about her career. I'm talking about her Gauntlet run. Welcome to Gladiators, Karen.
Karen, you're not off to such a good start. No points for the first game.
Oh, well, maybe next time.
You're just saving your energy, aren't you?
Oh, most definitely.
Now, what are you thinking about when you're lining up there ready to barrel down the Gauntlet?
Basically hit and spin and get around them, but it's pretty tough.
And were there any Gladiators then that you were particularly aiming for?
All of them.
All of them. Now, I noticed Storm gave you a bit of a pounding and Rebel had you on there like a seesaw.
Yeah.
You were going back and forth, weren't you?
They pinned me down pretty good. They did a good job.
And you've got to be pretty good at tackling, I think, in this game.
Yeah, pity I didn't do football at school, huh?
So after Gauntlet, Melanie's on 5 points, Karen yet to score.
Well, this is hard work. We just saw Melanie grab a 5-point lead over Karen. Let's see how the guys go. Our first male challenger in the Gauntlet is Mark, going up against the might of Predator, Vulcan, Commando, Condor, and Tower. Mike Whitney, let's go.
Challenger, are you ready?
Now, Mark's one of the biggest challenges that we've seen in Gladiators. It's going to be interesting to see how he goes up against these guys. And away he goes through the Gauntlet up to Predator. Predator's lost his stick and he's nearly thrown Mark over with his hands.
There, guys, sorry. Lost your stick.
Now, I'm sure you're not allowed to do this, Predator. When you've lost your stick, you've got to let the challenger through.
No pushing allowed with the hands. Out of the gauntlet. Right now.
So Mike Whitney laying down the rules there for Predator. And away goes Mark once more. He's up to Vulcan next. Vulcan will stop him. He can be guaranteed of that. Good work here by Vulcan, but he's past him. Through Commando and up to Condor. Can Condor do a good job on Mark? Yes. Time being wasted here. I don't think Mark will make it. Condor just squeezing him. Pushes him down. Only a second left and he's got to get past Tower. He couldn't do it. No points to Mark. Vulcan's ready to go on with this. He wants more. Now, Mark tells us that he's one of the toughest competitors around, and the Gladiators had a point to prove here. They didn't want this giant getting through.
Mark, what on earth did you say to those Gladiators before you came out here?
Nothing.
Oh, my goodness, you must have done something to disturb them.
No, that was Joseph.
That was Joseph, so he's in for a pounding as well.
Well, we're about to see if Joseph is in for a pounding. He's up for his gauntlet run.
Are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
And away he goes up to Predator, and Predator applies a big hit first up, but he's past him. Vulcan next. Vulcan squashes him. Will he get up from that? Yes, he does, and he's through. Commando can't stop him. Yes, he can. He's pushing him back. What can he do? He goes through Commando also. Can Condor stop him? Time running out. 5 seconds to go. This will be a good run if he makes it, but he won't. There's the whistle. Time's out. No points for Joe.
Get out of there.
Well, Joe had all the technique to get past Predator, Vulcan and Commando, but in the end, he just ran out of oomph.
Well, Joe, you didn't make it through. I don't think Mark has done you any favours by getting those Gladiators so pumped up.
Oh, doesn't help.
Now, Mark came out very confident. You weren't quite so sure, but you achieved, got just as far along the gauntlet as Mark did.
Yeah, I just tried as hard as I could and just they kept me down. That was about it.
So no points on the board for either competitor after Gauntlet.
Well, the battle zone could not be smaller, and there's no retreat. Up next, Duel.
Gladiators. Gladiators.
Hi, I'm Melanie Sawtell. I'm a dancer, actor and singer in Sydney. I go out with my friends a lot, and my main hobbies are dancing still. I love to swim, horse ride, run, anything that's basically outdoors or indoors, as a matter of fact, just anything to keep fit. I actually came on Gladiators not as a winning challenge or an objective, but just to see how my fitness rated, and as it turned out, I'm here, ready to compete.
Toe to toe and blow for blow, and there's nowhere to go.
Duel.
10 points if you stay up there for 30 seconds and don't get knocked off by the Gladiator.
Please welcome our only challenger with points on the board so far tonight, Melanie, going up against Storm. Here's Mike Whitney.
Challenger, are you ready?
Well, I think Storm was telling us something
Gladiator,
there. She was telling us that Melanie's going to go down.
3,
We're about to find
2,
out.
1.
Now, this is a very interesting start to the first game of Duel. Both women just playing tactics, and this could work to Melanie's advantage. A slow start from both, but now I can feel that Storm's starting to wind up. A couple of hits to the leg, a couple to the head, and this could be the end for Melanie. She's been told to attack, but she's not going to get a chance because Storm is working overtime, and bang! Storm wins again. This is a great effort here from Melanie. She nearly lasted the full 30 seconds, but in the end, Storm was too tough and knocked her off her perch.
Guess what, Melanie? You didn't get any points, but you only needed to stay up there for 3 more seconds.
Yeah, I heard someone yell out there, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. I thought, oh God, that's going a bit long. And
it must have been the longest time of your life up there.
A few good blows to the head, and then I just was off balance and she knocked me down.
She certainly did. Now, there's not much room for fancy footwork, is there?
Definitely not. I have to learn a few more dance steps, I think.
Well, Karen's next up, but let's see if she can stand the heat given off by Flame. Mike Whitney, please start the duel.
Challenger, are you ready?
Backstage, Karen was telling me that she's been blown up by sticks of dynamite before, but I bet you she's never come up against a flamethrower up here on the podiums. And Flame can throw them as good as anybody, just like she's about to right here. Oh, did you feel that one? As Flame now working away on Karen. She's nearly lost her balance, but she's done well to stay up. She couldn't. And Flame, as always, just too hot. You've got to feel sorry for Karen. She's another challenger who came and gave it her best in Duel up against Flame, but it's all about strength and tactics, and Flame wrote the book about Duel.
Karen, hard work, hard work, hard work. I mean, she is a big lady, isn't she?
She is. She was fighting extremely well up there.
Yeah.
I found it really hard just getting even a heat in.
How about it, Flame?
Well, Storm plays with them. I just like to put him out of their misery. I am soft-hearted, you know.
There's nothing soft about Duel, as both Karen and Melanie found out, and after 2 games, Karen trails by 5.
My name's Mark Laboria from Cronulla. I'm a sales rep. I sell pneumatic tools. I've done it for 11 years. That's the only job I know. It's great. I keep fit in my spare time by going to the gym 7 days a week. I do a lot of circuit training, no weights at all, just a lot of cardiovascular work. Also love surfing. I do that whenever I can, on the weekends, afternoons, whatever. And also in the pastimes I like soccer and cricket. I was pretty big as a kid. And when I was about 18, I decided I wanted to get a bit bigger, a bit more defined, so I started doing weights. I'm now 6'4.5", I weigh 107 kilos, I'm only half an inch shorter than Tower, and I'm feeling pretty strong. The last series of Gladiators, I saw a lot of small guys come on and get beaten up by the Gladiators. Now, I'm here to win. I'm the big bloke, I represent the big blokes in Australia, and I'm here to do it.
So, has the big man finally met his match? Let's find out when he takes on Tower. Over to you, Mike Whitney.
Challenger, are you ready?
This is the clash of the Titans. Tower's never come up against a challenger this size before. This is going to be a great match.
2, 1.
And they start off now, both hitting each other fairly hard. Mark throwing some big ones. Tower's gained some ascendancy now as he comes forward. Mark fighting back nicely. Tower stood on his podium and pushed Mark off. That's got to be a disqualification. We'll find out what Mike Whitney's got to say about that one. If you've ever wanted to be a gladiator, well, this is what it looks like from their eyes. A big hit there from Mark, and in the end, Tower just pushed him off.
Well, Mark, you wanted your chance to come up against Tower.
Yeah, but he's an awesome fellow. He really is. Some of those hits were so big.
I mean, I'm 6'1", and I feel like a midget standing next to you guys. I mean, that was amazing. I mean, a really, really big effort there. Now, Mike Whitney is in. Tower was pretty close, and I can see a red card here in our referee's hand.
Yes, my ruling is that no gladiator or challenger is allowed to step on his opposition's podium, and my ruling is that Tower purposely stepped onto Mark's podium. So Tower, red card, disqualified.
Tower?
That's 10 points.
Have you anything to say?
Not really. It's probably the first one that's really stuck it up there, got into it. But I'd like to get back up there, actually. Have another go.
Well, Mark's gone off a happy man with those 10 points. Joseph now really needs to get the points on the board to keep in the race. How will our challenger Joe go up against Vulcan? Well, control of the game now is with referee Mike Whitney.
Challenger, are you ready?
Joe says that his
Gladiator,
biggest challenge
are
was
you
the
ready?
Gladiator tryouts. Well, Joe, this is the real thing. We've put you up here against Vulcan, and now you know what it feels like, because Vulcan's coming with a couple of early hits, and in 5 seconds, it's all over. Vulcan reigns supreme. And on top of the control tower, Joe ready for liftoff. 3, 2, 1, Joe's into hyperspace.
Joe, what is his form?
Oh, that first hit that he gave me was pretty hard.
It was, wasn't it? You didn't manage to stay up there for too long.
Oh, at least I got one on in him.
Joe crashed and burned, but Mark took one big step for the challenger. He leads by 10 points.
It's an assault course with a difference, because on this one, the Gladiators are after you. Coming up next, Pursuit.
Gladiators.
Hi, my name's Karen. I'm 25 years old. I am a stunt woman and I live on the Gold Coast. Some of my hobbies actually involve abseiling, rock climbing, as well as jet skiing and boating and anything involved with this stunt work. I also do an acting course at the Australian Film and Television Academy down on the Gold Coast. Well, actually, what I have been doing is going down the beach in the mornings, going for jogs, coming back doing shuttle runs, push-ups and sit-ups. After that, I end up going rock climbing once a week, abseiling once a week, going out jet skiing as well. I have 2 days where I have to go to acting classes and study, so basically, unfortunately, I have no spare time. Well, to be truthful, the reason I decided to go on Gladiators as a challenger was to help promote my career as a stunt woman. Hope it pays off.
Well, you can run, but you certainly can't hide in our new high-tech obstacle course.
Pursuit.
A 5-second start for the challengers. 10 points if you're first across the line, nothing if you tag.
Well, Karen's ready and raring to go, but as we know, Fury wants a piece of her. And can Melanie get to the finish line before Blade catches her?
Challengers, you will go on my whistle. Gladiators, you will go on John's whistle. Challengers, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Great to see Karen's family here supporting her as both challengers take off in pursuit, and here come the Gladiators straight after them. We've got Fury going after Karen, and we've got Blade going after Melanie. Now, if you thought the eliminator was tough, well, let me tell you, this is tougher, because not only do you have to beat the challenger, but you've got to worry about the Gladiators. And look how close the Gladiators are. Who's going to be tagged first? Fury applies a tag on Karen. Karen's out of here, and Blade's right up close against Melanie. And there's the siren also. Melanie's out, no points to the challengers. And the Gladiators were really hot in pursuit.
No points.
We saw two different tactics here from the Gladiators. Fury stretched out and made sure she got Karen early, and Blade waited until she was nice and close to Melanie and then applied the tag that ended the game.
Girls, how hard was that? You both got tagged and almost at the same place.
We didn't even get more than halfway.
Is that an incredibly difficult course or what?
It's definitely hard. They were really quick, and we didn't actually expect them to be that quick at all.
Girls, this is looking like it's one of your most favourite games.
I think it is after that, yeah.
Neither challenger scored on pursuit, so after 3 games, Melanie still leads Karen by 5.
Hi, I'm Joe Lukowski. I'm 22. I'm single, and I work at BHP South Australia. I'm from Wyler, and I'm into body sculpting. I train 6 days a week, and when I'm not training, I like to go out with my friends. We go out, we party, and we like to dance. I tried out for Gladiators because I think I can give it a good go. I want the cart, and that's what I'm here for. And no one's going to stop me.
Here's 2 guys that'll try and stop the challengers. Please welcome Predator and Condor.
Well, no score in pursuit for our female challengers. It's time now to see how the guys go. And our first male challenger tonight, please welcome Mark, being chased by Predator. Also needing some points to catch up to Mark's score of 10 is Joe, being pursued by Condor. Let's see how they go. Here's Mike Whitney.
Challengers, you will go on my whistle. Gladiators, you will go on John's whistle.
So we saw the women get caught early. Let's see how the guys go.
3, 2, 1.
Mark and Joe both take off to go across the balance beams. A good start for both challengers, and here come the Gladiators. Predator going after Mark, Condor going after Joe, and Joe has a slight lead, but Mark with the inside running as they both jump up onto the hang ladder now. Joe's fallen off, he's back up now. The Gladiators are right behind him. This is going to be close as they come off the hang ladder neck and neck across the wire bridge. Mark slipped, Joe slipped, but they're both off and up to the web trap. Through the web trap they go, over the small wall, a good jump there for Joe, through the web trap again, over the large wall, across the hats, they both cross paths. Joe has a slight lead, he takes the 10, Mark the 5. What a great game there for the challengers, maximum points given out. We saw the Gladiators were right up close on the hand ladder, but at this point, they're nowhere to be seen. Well done, Joe.
Mark and Joseph, what an amazing run. I mean, you guys really, you left the Gladiators way behind. Joe, a great performance. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I was quite happy with it, but I could have done better.
Mark, you came in, a great race there. I noticed as you were coming around, you could reach the handrails. You didn't even have to go on your tippy toes. You could reach them just standing on the ground.
Yeah, that's one of my advantages being tall, I suppose.
Absolutely. You picked up the 5 points for coming through there. Well done.
I'm happy about that. Thank you very much, Mark.
Joe's win gave him 10, Mark's second gave him 5, and a 5-point lead after 3 games.
Well, the stakes are high, but so are the rings. Coming up, hang tough.
Gladiators.
Winners of tonight's heat take home Sony's latest hi-fi system with 120 watts of power, 5-disc player and surround sound. If arcade power is what you want, then that's what you'll get with the ultimate games console, the PlayStation. And winners tonight will also receive a selection of CDs from Sony Music, including Margaret Ehrlich's CD, The Deepest Blue. Runners-up tonight take home a Citizen titanium watch, allergy-free, corrosion-resistant with a 3-year warranty. And semi-final winners will take home an Optus Freestyle mobile phone package.
Well, guys, it's been an exciting competition here tonight. Now, Mike, there seems to be an incredibly high calibre of challenger. Does that put a bit of extra pressure on the Gladiators this season?
Oh, I think so, Kimberley. In fact, these 4 challengers are probably some of the fittest and most competitive that we've had in Gladiators so far.
Yeah, I'll say.
They're very, very good.
And of course, the game has been on TV for a while now, so our challengers have had a real chance to work out the way the games are played. I mean, they're really catching up to the Gladiators. There was a small advantage for a while there, but these guys are there.
That's right. In all the games that we play, there is an enormous amount of technique required, and I think from people watching the games on TV, you know, even just to swing the length of the arena on Hang Tough is a very physical and hard thing to do, which takes a lot of technique.
Absolutely. As our referee Mike Whitney says, it takes a lot of strength to swing from one end of this arena to the other. It's even harder to do if a gladiator decides to join you. Now it's time for
Hang Tough.
60 seconds to get past the attacking gladiator. 10 points if you make it.
Okay, we're all set to go. Our female points leader, Melanie, is up against Cheetah. Here's the man with the whistle, Mike Whitney.
Challenger, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready?
Last chance now for Melanie to get some extra points going into the eliminator. Let's see how she goes up against Cheetah. Now, Melanie's a dancer from Sydney. She's also been an Australian physical culture champion back in 1990, and she's done a little bit of athletics. So Melanie's a very fit woman, and Cheetah could have her hands full up here. As they now come towards the middle, Melanie wants to get to the red rings to earn herself at least 5 if she can hold on, but Cheetah is halfway across and stopping Melanie from going anywhere. Cheetah now coming in for the kill. Once she gets her prey, it could be all over. Cheetah lets go of her ring, holds on to Melanie, and a drop coming up for sure. A winning one for Cheetah. Cheetah's head over heels about this win, and this is the reason why.
Melanie, for somebody who's been trained in acrobatics, you didn't pull it off.
No, it was just a bit scary. No, she was pretty good. I thought, try and use a few tactics, but it didn't work.
So what were your tactics? Were you planning on traversing?
No, I was actually going to try and do the diagonal, but my arms just weren't long enough, so.
Cheetah, congratulations. We haven't seen you up on Hang Tough very often. Is it one of your favourites now? It would be after that, I suppose.
Yes, I love Hang Tough. It's a long way down. The fall was very hard. She was very strong. She did very well.
Karen's next up on Hang Tough. Let's just hope she can hang around long enough to gain crucial points against Delta. Over to you, Mike Whitney.
Challenger, are you ready?
Karen only trails by 5.
Gladiator.
This is the final game. If she can get to the other side, she'll lead by 5. An important game of Hang Tough here for Karen as she comes up against Delta. Now, we told you earlier, Karen's a stunt performer and she performs at SeaWorld on the Gold Coast. She also enjoys soccer, netball, rock climbing, martial arts, swimming, high falls, mini tramps, and of course her stunt work. So there's not much this woman hasn't done. I suppose you could say she hasn't made it to the other side against Delta yet. As Karen now swinging towards the centre, she's got the 5 points. Delta looks a little bit lost there, but now she's coming good. Karen goes way right with that one swing. Delta coming into her, nearly grabs her, but Karen was able to get out of it. And here's a chance now for Karen to swing away. There's 15 seconds left. Her family cheering her on. The rest of the crowd are cheering her on. And Karen a great chance to get 10. She's got about a swing and a half to go. Can she do it in the time? There's the swing. Will she get the half? No, she doesn't. She gets half points. That's 5, and the scores are level. This was one of the closest misses I've ever seen in Hang Tough. She was just that half a swing away from getting full points.
Karen, obviously very happy there. You picked up 5 points. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much. At least we're even now.
Yeah, of course, you were just short of the 10 points. But, of course, now you've equalled Melanie's score, which is what you really needed to do.
Oh, yes, exactly.
Delta, how was she as a competitor? She's pretty quick around there.
She was. She started traversing and I got my traverse happening and then I got stuck in a plane. But sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But did I look any good?
You always look good, Delta. You always look good. Well done, well done. And congratulations on the points. That's fantastic.
Not only is Delta looking good, but the scores are looking good going into the eliminator. Both Melanie and Karen 5 each.
Well, Mark's a pretty big guy and he's looking very good at the moment. Let's see how he fares in Hang Tough up against Condor. Over to you, Mike Whitney.
Challenger, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready? 3, 2,
Last chance for Mark now to increase on his lead, and Mark tells us that his weaknesses are none. He's not afraid of anything, man nor beast. Well, let's see if the Condor can make him scared as they head in towards the middle now, and Condor's nice and close, and a grab may be coming up here as Mark swings right into Condor. A chance now for Condor to take him off the rings. No close for Mark if he falls. There it is. Down they go. And that's how it ends. Nothing for Mark. A win for Condor. Now, Mike Whitney's run onto the mat here. And let's see why. Maybe Mark might have hurt himself. And I presume it would have been on the fall. As we see Condor take Mark down. Bang! A clash of heads. And Mark doesn't look too fit at all. Now, Luke, our physio, is straight in there. Also, Dr. Peter. We keep telling you that we have the best of the best in the challenges. Well, believe me, we have the best of the best in the medical field. And if there's anything wrong with Mark, he will be quickly looked after. As they bring out the stretcher for Mark, it's hard to believe that he could have hurt his head with all that padding around. Just a freak accident. But we'll wait and see what the medicos have to tell us about Mark's injury. He was shaping up to be a great challenger, but the thing is, at this level, there's always the potential for injury in contact sport. Here's Mike.
It does all look very futuristic, but the thing we need to point out here is that these games are played tough. They are played to win, and there's no show business involved in any of this.
Exactly. He's a very big, strong man, and I had to grab his hand and try and take it off the ring for me to be able to get him down onto the ground. And as I did that, the weight of both of us forced him to spin around, and his head fell on my head, and it hit his cheekbone on the side of my forehead.
Yeah, I can still see the mark there on your forehead.
And even with the padding, it unfortunately damaged his cheek.
Of course, that reinforces just how serious these games are, and in fact that anybody at home shouldn't try them. You keep being told the warning, but this reinforces it tonight. Our referee, Mike Whitney, we are still to come with the eliminator. Where does this leave us now with Mark out of the race and Joe still in?
Well, unfortunately, because all the games have been played, particularly for Mark has now completed all his games, you can't bring in a standby challenger for the eliminator. So as it stands now, hopefully if Joe is fit enough to get to the eliminator, he has to complete the course on his own, and if he does that, he will win.
Well, Mike Whitney explaining what Joe has to do. First thing, though, he has to survive, hang tough with Commando. Let's go to our referee, Mike Whitney.
Challenger, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
So away goes Joe now in hang tough, and Commando about to take off. There he goes. Now, Joe's done a little bit of bodybuilding, also plays a bit of volleyball. When he was younger, he was a BMX racer, swam and competed in school athletics, and he's also been involved with a bit of Aussie rules. So he likes the tough, and he likes the close, but maybe not that close. Commando coming right up to Joe. Missed him on the second occasion. Can he get him this time? There's the lunge from Commando. Joe swinging back and forward, and now getting away from Commando. Commando with another lunge. Still can't grab him. Joe looking good at least for 5 points. There he goes. He's halfway past the red markers and on his way to the other side. 15 seconds to go. A big swing and he's home. There it is. 10 points to Joe. A great effort. And this is how he did it. Commando had a few chances to grab him, but in the end, Joe successful.
Joe, what a fantastic effort against Commando. You managed to get to the other end. That doesn't happen very often. Let's have a round of applause for Joe. Fantastic. Well done.
Thank you.
Was it easy to do?
Not really, when you got a big guy like him coming towards you.
This is true, this is true.
Yeah, you have to kind of go around. It's pretty hard.
Now, I have to admit, at the beginning, you looked like you were floundering a little bit, and then it was just home and ho.
That's where I wanted to go, home.
Commando, I guess you wouldn't be too happy with your performance just then.
Well, let's not talk about losing tonight, Kimberly. Let's talk about how lovely you look.
Oh, well, thank you. What a smooth talker.
And the smooth mover is Joe with 10 points on Hang Tough. He now leads Mark 20-15.
Well, it's been tough, and Mike doesn't get much tougher than that. But still, there's one last test.
Yes, it's the final challenge. Next, the eliminator.
Gladiators.
The two lucky winners of the final will drive away in Hyundai's luxurious flagship, the Sonata Levant. With its 3-litre V6 engine, the Sonata has leather trim, cruise control, electric sunroof, power windows, central locking, ABS brakes and an airbag for added safety. A prize worthy of our Gladiator champions.
Well, it's been a long, hard road, but it's not over yet. Next up...
Eliminator.
The giant obstacle course will see Karen and Melanie start at the same time.
Okay, well, I don't know whether this is good news or bad news for you ladies, but you're both starting on the same whistle, 5 points. Now, Melanie, we've seen that you've proved yourself physically tonight, but are you mentally prepared for this?
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. I've been preparing for this for a long time, dreaming about it for weeks.
Well, let's hope those dreams pay off tonight. And Karen, I know you've got the whole of Queensland behind you. Is that going to spur you on to the finish line?
It definitely will. So everyone go out and give a big cheer. I'll be hearing it.
That's right. Well, I'll see you ladies at the end. Good luck to both of you.
Well, there's Karen's family, and they'll be cheering her on all the way through the eliminator, helping her get up the travelator and hopefully go through to the quarterfinals. I wonder what's going through their minds at the moment. They're both so evenly matched that only one mistake could cost you a place in the quarterfinals. As they both now go through the hurdles, still neck and neck, Melanie and Karen are going to both put up a great performance. Now, Karen's an abseiler, so getting up the rope there shouldn't be any problem. It's not. Melanie having a little bit of trouble, as Karen now is up to the hand ladder and doing it nicely. Melanie is up the top of the rope and onto the hand ladder now. Karen's off the hand ladder, across the rolling log, and up to the cargo net. She's got a nice little break on Melanie, who's just starting to go across the hand ladder, 2 at a time. But Karen, getting a little bit stuck now in the cargo net, could be her downfall, as Melanie now across the rolling log, cargo net, and you watch her fly. She'll want to catch Karen, who's up the top of the net now. Melanie getting a little bit stuck in the cargo net down the bottom. Karen now takes off to go towards the zip line, grabs a hold of the handle, and down she goes. Melanie's still going up the cargo net. Good drop there for Karen.
Over the line, Karen.
Melanie wasting a lot of time there in the cargo net. This will help Karen as she comes up to the balance beam. She'll take it nice and easy. Just steady herself. Melanie up the top now. She'll come down the zip line. Karen just stops, gains some composure. She just has to get up the travelator, and there she goes. Yep, She's up, and Karen goes through to the quarterfinal of the 1995 Series 2 Gladiators. Her family's happy, and so is Karen. As Melanie now up to the balance beam. This has been a good recovery here by Melanie. She steadies herself, up the travelator she goes, and that's a good run up the travelator also. Not a bad time for Melanie, but Karen goes through to the quarters.
What a race to the finish line. You were ahead all the way.
Wow.
You're exhausted, aren't you?
I am indeed.
Well, you certainly had all of Queensland behind you just then.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone.
I think you all helped it through. That was a great effort. Melanie, what a shame. You had a lot of trouble on the hand rope, didn't you?
Yeah, I was actually a bit worried. I thought the first time I tried it, I slipped off. And I just didn't think I was going to get through it without slipping, so I stopped, put the chalk on and thought I could catch up on the cargo net.
Yeah, we thought you might catch her on the cargo net, but you had a bit of trouble there.
Yeah, it was a bit tricky.
Ladies and gentlemen, our winner for this evening, she goes through to the quarterfinal, is Karen. Well done.
Thank you.
Well, of course, Kimberly, it's only a man in this final eliminator with our male challengers. Of course, Mark is not very well. We'll give you an update on how he's feeling in just a couple of minutes with our doctor. But Joe, obviously, you would have liked to have been competing against Mark.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Mark, but that's the breaks. But he's a real good guy that I would have liked to go on against in the eliminator.
Now, of course, the thing that we have here is that this is a course that has beaten some people. Some guys have not been able to finish this course, so you really are going to be up against yourself and the stop clock on this one.
Yep, I just got to try hard and make it up there.
Give it your best. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Joseph. Let's start the game. Here's Mike Whitney.
Joe, because you are our only challenger, you will go on my whistle. Challenger, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
And away goes Joe now on the eliminator. He's doing it by himself because you saw earlier in Hang Tough that Mark fell down and hit Condor's head. Well, we'll get a report on Mark shortly, but this is just really a training run for Joe, but he's still going out as hard as he can because you can never have enough practice at the eliminator, and Joe knows that when it comes quarter-final time, he's going to have to be fully primed and prepared for whoever he comes up against. He's done the course nice and easy so far, but a good time as he comes up the cargo net. Halfway there, getting a little bit stuck. Joe now coming to the top of the cargo net. A good time so far, 40 seconds. Zip line coming up for Joe. He'll just want to make sure he doesn't do any injury here in the eliminator. He still has to complete it to go through to the quarters. This is a good run from Joe. Nice and steady up the balance beam. Yep, there it is. Just steady. Oh, fell off there. Doesn't matter. He's got no one chasing him. So let's take 2 for Joe on the balance beam. Here we go. A minute gone. Joe doing this nicely off the balance beam. Steadies himself. Travelator next. He's a big guy. Shouldn't have a problem. Doesn't. And goes through to the quarters. That's not that easy doing it by yourself, but Joe's done it. And here's Mike.
Hey, Joe. Well done. I don't think we need to ask you how you're feeling. Hard work, isn't it?
It's probably hard work.
Even against, without a challenger there, it is really hard work. Now, I want to check with our referee now for a time. Yep. Hey, congratulations, a great time there of 1 minute 14. You must be feeling good about that.
I could have done a bit quicker if I didn't fall off
the beam. It's hard work there, isn't it? Let's hear it for our challenger, Joseph. Well, of course, a fantastic effort by Joe there in the eliminator. His competitor, Mark, is in not so good a condition. We're going to check out right now how Mark is.
Yes, you're right, Mike. He's not in the best condition. Dr. Peter tells us he has a depressed fracture of the cheekbone and he sent him off to hospital, and we wish him all the best. We'll have more details on Mark next week.
Well, everybody here at Gladiators wishes Mark a very, very speedy recovery.
Yeah, a great challenger and a very brave man, absolutely.
That's right. But now, Joe and Karen are going through to our quarterfinals.
Congratulations, and we'll see you again next week. Good night.
Good night.
If you want to keep up with the Gladiator information, why not buy the magazine? It's out now at all newsagents and bookstores, or join the fan club. Send a $20 cheque or money order to this address.